I'm sitting here with Sean Kershaw, Executive Director of the Citizens League and a Minnesota blogger. Sean, you blog for the Citizens League. How long ago did you start blogging?
I probably started blogging about 3 years ago.
Okay, and
as I think about it, it probably does go back that far in one form or another.
Why did you start?
I think two things hit me. One is the acknowledgement that you have something to say, and that you actually need to enter into that argument. I mean, I think a lot of people might not think they have something to say when they really do, and blogging's a great place for that. And the other is this notion that what we need is a better discussion, we need a better argument, and that it's we see lots of examples where blogs are places to not have a good discussion. But the fact of the matter is that it's not inherently that way. That a lot of the issues we're stuck on, we need more conversation, more discussion. And I think as blogs have evolved into Facebook and Twitter, we've seen that dynamic get better. That it's more about how can I add to the argument, how can I add to the conversation, rather than just how do I be a pain in the butt. Civically.
From a policy standpoint, how do you see that blogs have played a role in policy formation, policy influence, and?
I think at their best. I mean, I think it's easy to realize the places where they've not been useful, so that's fine. But I think when you realize the fact that most of the problems take long-term care, that's a situation we are really stuck. There are real consequences for doing it, and nobody's quite sure the answer. And we need more people in that discussion saying what works, what doesn't, how do we address it. So I think we need more venues where people can enter the conversation and say what they think works, what they think doesn't work. How do we, from both sort of a rhetorical level about our values, about what the things that we value in Minnesota, and then practically, how does it work? So I think we're at that point in time where the experts don't know everything. We need expertise, and blogs are a great place for people who have expertise, and we need a better conversation.
What are the different ways that the Citizens League is using blogging? How are you using blogging specifically for the Citizens League? Is it announcing events or whatever, or what,
We think we've gone up and down. So I think at our best what we've done, it's been a great place to feature cool ideas. So we're an organization that has 2,200 members who like policy. And so something that may seem strange to the outside world, our members love. Mm-hmm. So some little nugget of what somebody did in Curitiba on transportation might be totally applicable and really cool to feature. So it's a way to express cool policy stuff. It's a way to, again, have the argument to the conversation that I talked about earlier, where we're finding a lot of practical advantage now is inviting people to events, posting calls to action. So we're working on a judicial selection question right now. It's a great way to get the word out to people. So it's efficient from a communication vehicle standpoint. And so it's not just the presentation of ideas or the argument about ideas. It's pretty practical right now, saying we're going to have this event next week on healthcare. It's a policy in a pint. We'd love for people to be there. And between the blog and Twitter and Facebook, there's a great way to immediately pull people into that.
Excellent. Well, how do people find you online?
They can go to citizensleague.org, or we're on Facebook at Citizens League.
All right. Well, thank you very much for taking the time up.